Hi, hello, how are you, Amanda? SEINT artist. I wanted to do my makeup for the minimalist, the girls that have stuff, that want coverage, but they're not crazy makeup girls. I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but I want to feel pretty and I want to cover my stuff. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I have pretty much the basics in here with a couple little extras because, well, I am who I am. But I can do my makeup minimally. One of the things I cannot do because of the way I like my makeup to look is light coverage, because I've got stuff. I've got hyperpigmentation, I've got acne, scarring, I've got a touch of, I've got stuff. Okay, I got stuff. I'm 43. I'm gonna have stuff. I'm gonna get more stuff. And sometimes I don't want to wear a lot of makeup. Sometimes I want a minimalistic makeup. Here's why I've been wearing SEINT for 4 years. Over 4 years, I think 5 now. Anyways, how long doesn't matter. It's been a long time. I'm losing track. It's been so long. It's highly pigmented. So we have 80% pigmentation, whereas traditional makeups have 18, which is why people feel like they've got to put on more. And they also have to add extra things to make it look like SEINT. That's one of the conversations I have with people is they say, try this makeup. And when I want it to be more dewy, I add this, 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 and this. I don't want to do all that. That's more product to buy. This checks all the boxes. This fills in all the things you want. So let's put our makeup on. I am going to use SEINT's new Plush Prep Mist. I use this to prep and to set. It says so on the back. It's an after. You can use it as an after. And I'm just going to spray my face. Get a nice little coating. This adds stick. I've always used Milk Hydro Grip. This is replacing my Milk Hydro Grip. I can feel it on my skin as a really lovely light prep. And it's what you don't have to buy 2 products, a prep and a set. It's all in one. Checks the boxes. Okay, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use a blush and bronzer brush. And the reason I'm using this brush is because it's a great starter brush. It's a medium coverage brush, and then this bad boy right here is what's going to give you control if you over apply and you get to that place where you're like, I look like that makeup girl. I'm a minimalist. That's okay. Remember, this is super pigmented. You don't need a lot. But when you have stuff, I want you to use your contour first. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this big dense end. We're gonna tap into our contour, and we are gonna prep and contour. I'm going to go and I'm gonna start at the top, and I'm gonna add my contour to the top. Everything in your compact right here, blush, contours, they're all foundational coverage. So I'm putting on foundation, but I'm also contouring. And I'm just gonna add this to the outsides of the top of my forehead. Our face already has natural shadowing, so we can apply our makeup just like that. Let your shadows be your guide. And so I'm just gonna add this to the outsides of the forehead, across and on the outside, okay? And then I'm gonna go in again, grabbing that. I'm using Cedar Contour, Stone, Ash, and all of our other greats if you have a bit of a lighter tone than I do. This is great because it has similar tones to my hyperpigmentation. So if hyperpigmentation is your thing, this is a great method. Okay, I'm going to come over here, I'm going to tuck my hair, and we're going to go above this natural shadow here. And we are going to put this on like a blush. And I want you to cover that hyperpigmentation. I'm going to bring this over my scarring, and I'm going to bring this up and around, just like that. And then I can go behind my jawline here, in front of my ear, and down. Okay? Don't worry, this is just the first step, but this is prep. Your contour is dense. It's made to be dense because it's meant to be put on and stay on, and it melds seamlessly with your makeup, you'll see. But putting this on as your base when we go to do coverage is going to give you staying power throughout the day, so you can cover your stuff, but you can also go about your day for the rest of the day with very minimal touching up. It's makeup, not magic. It may need touch-ups. Be realistic. Are you a face toucher? Are you very active with your face like I am? There's going to be movement. All right. Grabbing that contour again, and we're just again going to put it on like a blush, covering hyperpigmentation, going over some scarring, but also framing our face all at the same time. Okay, we're not going to really need to contour more unless we feel, hey, I want to punch it up a little bit. But I put this on like a blush, and then I bring it up my temple to meet up here, grabbing some more, and we go down. Now remember, I'm not putting on a lot. I don't have makeup texture right now. This is too dark for my skin because it's a contour. It's also 80% pigmentation, but this is also giving me coverage over my hyperpigmentation and my scarring. Really simple. I'm going to keep pinching this brush, and I'm just going to come in, use that little mirror. It is little, and get the sides of your nose. And if you need to overcorrect or bridge it together, go right ahead. I have a bump right here on my nose, and so I do overcorrect on the tip and up at the top, and then I sometimes bridge it together just for a little extra control. All right, and then you can just take that contour and hide that chin if you want to, but using a color like cedar, stone, ash, olive are all really great for this method. It's more of a bronzery method, but using it as your base and your contour is going to help you with that hyperpigmentation. And now we can go in and we can do our makeup, and this is going to help. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick with this brush. We're going to go into our main highlight. Mine is amber, and I'm going to balance my skin. So right here, I don't have any makeup. I'm going to balance my skin right here with my foundation color, tapping in, not sweeping in. We don't want to pick up too much. And I just want to give it nice balance, okay? And then I have my scarring on my cheeks, and that's where I can bring this up into my crease on my nose with broken capillaries, and then over my scarring. And I stipple this on as I need. I'm building it as I need. If you feel like you over apply, you take that fluffy brush and you stipple over, and it'll pick up the excess. But now I've added balance, and I have my contour still here. It's so easy, so nice, and I can clean up that contour and snatch it up a bit if I want. But this brush is a one and done brush. So I have a hormonal breakout here, so I'm just going to go over and I'm going to stipple over, and I'm going to go over my scarring on my apples using my main highlight, and then I'm going to go right here and balance my skin tone. Blend that together. There we go. That fluffy brush is going to be your best friend. Bestie for the restie, I'm telling you. But I've got my hormonal breakout covered. I've got my skin balanced. I skip this mid of my chin and this Cupid's bow because light reflects off of this. So I'm going to use a color that's too light to accentuate that. Same with these areas here. All right, so we've balanced our skin. And I'm going to go into my brightening highlight, which is this lighter color. I always keep these close because, as you can see, they're only a little bit off. So if you put it on a separate layer or you have it separated by other colors, it can sometimes be hard to tell which is which. And what if you guess the wrong one? Well, then you're going to add texture to your skin. It's going to accentuate the pores if you use a color that's too light. And I have big pores on my apples. So we're going to go into that brightening. I'm going to go right here on my chin. And look, it looks like reflecting light right here on my Cupid's bow. Grabbing some more, and I'm going to go right here on the mid of my forehead. I'm going to push over my brows, and then I'm going to pull it and blend it out into that contour. And this is going to give me my brightening, it's going to give me my contouring, it's going to give me my coverage. So I have balance, I have coverage, and I have dimension. And it's just those two colors right there. Take that fluffy end, marry it together, just like that. I'm going to take this end with nothing on it and just tap out my brightening right here. I'm going to use my finger, my baby finger, and I'm going to go right down the middle. I think I have more control with my finger on this part, and my brush is wide, and I don't want to widen my nose. Easy, very easy. I'm going to wait for the under eyes just a little bit. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks really quick. First, I'm going to add a balm under my eyes. I use the peach scented. I use the heck out of this stuff because it's really good for your lips. If you have chapped lips, it's really good. If you don't like lip colors because you're a minimalist, balm for your lips, and then add balm for your under eyes. This is going to keep that crepey makeup-y look away from your under eyes, especially if you are like me and of an age. I'm about to be 44, so I never thought that would ever happen to me, being 44. I was like, I'll never be 44. What are you talking about? Birthdays? I love celebrating them, but I never thought that 44 would happen for some reason. It's like one of those things. Anyways, Frenchie. I'm gonna use Frenchie in 3 places on my face. I like things that do more than one thing. We've got our prep and our set. We got our contour that's working as a camouflager and a contour. And now I'm gonna go into Frenchie, which is a nice light peach tone. And I'm gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks. And this is gonna help with that scarring. It's also gonna help with hyperpigmentation. If you have it on the base of your face, it's gonna help camouflage it and let you have a flush cheek. Now, the colors you use on your cheeks are personal preference, but if you suffer from hyperpigmentation on a main part of your face and you want it to be camouflaged or freckles, Frenchie's a great addition to any color you pick for yourself. I don't recommend it as a standalone color. A lot of people feel like it falls flat. But just like on my cheeks, I'm also gonna put this under my eye. This is gonna help with darkness. Not everybody needs it, I do. And it does more than one thing. And that's why I like to add it to the palette. It does more than one thing. I prefer it over Demi because Demi does one thing. It corrects color and it costs over $20. This is $16 and it's my part of my blush. It's gonna be part of my lip and it's gonna be under my eyes. I like that. That's good bang for your buck. I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna grab this blush color. This is Rosewood. It's my favorite fall color. I'm gonna put this up here. This also works really well with hyperpigmentation. It also works well with scarring. And it has those orangey tones that are just pretty, but mixing it with that Frenchie right here. Creme de la creme, okay? We're gonna take that blush and bronzer. We're just gonna tap this over and blend it out. I go up towards my temple for lift, and then I very lightly go over that Frenchie really quick. And that's it. It's a nice, subtle, minimalistic color. When you're looking for something natural, nude is a great color that works with discoloration and keeps a good minimal look. Rosewood, sandstone, Madrid are all very good subtle colors. But look at how pretty this looks, okay? We're gonna go and we're gonna do our under eyes now. I always do it after my cheeks because I always get a little out of hand. All right, we're gonna pinch it again. Pinching is the name of the game. We're going into the brightening. I'm using white peach. We're gonna grab it and I'm gonna go right here. You see this natural shine? We're gonna go right above it and up. And you can go as full or as light as you want, but focus on your orbital bone first. And then you can go, I'm gonna flip it to my finger. And we can just tap this together and bring it up to that soft tissue. And look at how nice, light and bright and minimalistic it looks. You can still get the coverage. Remember how messy my face was with all my stuff? It's nice and covered now. And it's at the coverage level I like. So you can go light and this brush gives you all the control. We're gonna pinch it. We're gonna go under and we're gonna go up. Grabbing a little more, going up over this orbital bone and tapping them together like a Nike check. Then you can take your finger and you can tap it around and bring it up to that soft tissue too. I like using the finger because it kind of mushes and smashes into all the little areas you need them to get into a little better than a bigger brush. If you want a second brush, I would highly recommend the blend brush. It's my favorite brush for these things, but today I just wanted to use one brush and my fingers and just tapping it around just like that. And that's my makeup. So easy. And we can go in and we can use our finger. I'm gonna grab a little contour, add a little shadow here, add a little bit of shadow here, and then I'm gonna use my blush colors as my lip color. Blush as a lip. Everything in your palette can do more than one thing. I'm gonna go into Rosewood and I'm gonna line my lip with it. Look at how pretty that is. It's just, you don't, again, I'm a big believer in take what you don't, leave the rest. Or take what you want and leave the rest. Can I talk today? Not really. And then I can go in, because some people would find this too dark, too Frenchy. And there we go. It's a really pretty soft color. Frenchy is a great accessory. It's a beautiful accessory that can fit into your palette. Then we're gonna take that prep mist and we're gonna spray our case, just like that. And then we're gonna go into the second layer where I have our new feather blotting powder. I'm gonna take that fluffy in, we're gonna tap into it, and I'm just gonna go and press this in all of my high oily areas. I have oily skin, and a lot of people think you can't wear creams with oily skin. A lot of people think you can't put powders on high texture, and I was a big proponent of do not directly apply powder onto your texture, but this blotting powder is a blurring powder, and it can set your makeup also. And it's so good. I will put this on my pores and under my eyes, and it doesn't add texture, and it blurs it, it finishes it, and my makeup is flawless, and it stays very minimal touching up. But again, it's makeup, not magic. But that's my makeup. It's all in one place. This is your minimalistic makeup. It covers my stuff, and it does all the things. I have one layer of makeup on my face, and I was able to use my contour as a base to cover the things I want covered and still stay minimalistic. This is a nice, makeup will always look like makeup, and you're in control of the tones that have control over the depth. If you feel like your contour is too punchy, let's go a little bit lighter, and you can still use it the same way. So if you feel like cedar is too dark, maybe try stone, maybe try olive or ash. Any of those colors are in the same family of good for stuff. Stuff's the name of my game. I love covering my stuff. And so that's it. That's my makeup, minimalistic coverage. Getting coverage for the minimalist. Ugh. Yes, it can be done. And it can all be in one place. No more searching through bags. Let's get you color matched. Let's get you your minimalistic palette. Look at how little this is. Tiny but mighty. I love tiny but mighty. I'm tiny but mighty. Okay. Have a great day.